man, bro, we hopped up on that bus. It's Chill, Hyde, and Raji, glad you came to whip with us. Got no GPS or telling what we gon' discuss. Shout out Thompson Farms, they got the melons and the nuts.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin. We are your first source for mediocre sports coverage. Man, we are so excited to be back this morning after a week off. Thank you for tuning in. I know you've missed us. My name is Chill. Let's bring on the rest of the guys that are in here this morning. He's a UGA graduate, and he is a diehard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. His bottom row has seen better days. He is the pride of Buddy Johnson Road. I'm talking about Adam Hightower. What's up, Hyte?
Hey, what's up, bud? Good to see you.
Good to see you. And sitting across from him, we have a special guest this morning that some will know, some will not. He is a West Lawrence High School graduate. I've heard many refer to him possibly as the pride of West Lawrence High School, while many have also referred to him as the scum of West Lawrence High School. It all depends on who you ask. Welcome to the show this morning, the bus, Mitch Lawhorn. What's up, Mitch?
Good morning, Chill.
Give you a round of applause right there. All right, man. So he's filling in for Raj. Raj not able to be here this morning, be back soon. But loyal fan, well, quote-unquote loyal fan of the show. Quit with the ice. We've already told you quit drinking and eating ice.
I'm not.
It's sitting in your mouth right now. You ready to chew it? Okay.
I'm not. I know I have to have people drink coffee. I drink Diet Coke.
Fair. Man, it feels good to be back this morning.
Man, it's really thrown me off not being here last week, and
It's thrown a lot of people off.
yeah, had a guy from Utah call me yesterday and say, "Hey, man, I saw you guys up there. You hadn't had a show. What's going on? I want to order a shirt and all kind of stuff." And he was just a loyal fan out in Utah. We're just going basically worldwide.
Hey, we back.
We're back.
Hey, shirts. Thank you all for who purchased the shirts. They'll be in, I think, the first full week of June, you said, maybe, roughly
Yep.
about that. So we ended up selling. Goal was 100, a little bread of that, but
I think we ended up with 70, 71.
hey, what a start. What a start for the first merch drop. Once people see it, though,
Man,
man,
it's selling hot cakes.
they're going to be wanting it. They're going to be wanting it. We do have a couple of few extra large. So if that's your size, you didn't get one, hit us up. Email us, biguglysports@gmail.com, and we'll get you lined up. So most of you know I've been out for a little while. Took a little paternity leave as we welcomed my son Max. Came about a week and a half. So that's where I've been. That's why we took the week off, but we're back at it. The bus don't stop for many people. Took a speed bump, but we're back. I was also recap a little bit of our golf team, Raider Golf. Our girls played in the state tournament yesterday in Peachtree City at Braylon Golf Club. Really nice place.
Did you end up going to that?
I went yesterday. Yeah, didn't go Monday.
Good for you.
Stayed home.
You deserve it. After you've been at home with the baby, working hard as you have.
Didn't get to go spend the night though. Got up Tuesday morning, drove.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, it was fair. Shelby let me sleep a little bit that night, so drove up. Girls ended up finishing 6th in the state, so really big deal.
That's good.
Kate led us. She had a rough day the first day with just very uncharacteristic for her, 88, but the weather was horrible. I say all that to say that a sophomore from Westminster won under that day.
Ooh.
Which is wild. And then so Kate went 88 and then followed it up yesterday with a 79. So she played well and all the girls played well. So season on Raider Golf put a wrap on it. 6th in the state. Kate finished 8th. So
That's a feather in your cap right there.
feather in the cap.
Head girls golf coach.
That's really my only coaching gig now. I really got to dive in.
I mean, you don't have 2 state championships like me and Law do, but
That's true.
I don't. Speaking of, and I've had several people ask Law, and I just, and Raji really mainly was like, no, this is not at height. This is not a dig at height, okay? But
which means it potentially is a dig.
The phone lines, after we've had these conversations past, the phone lines really blew up, and so I need to address it with you. But people want to know, why did Height get a state championship ring when y'all won state that year? That's what people are asking.
Well, traditionally, the middle school coach has got one. Every year we've won state.
So he didn't want to break
I was
tradition?
told because
Come up to the mic.
they bring those kids up, and we wouldn't have a wrestling program without a middle school program.
So you felt guilty. I get it. I understand. That's kind of what I got from that.
It's not true. That's not true.
See,
They ain't gonna let me drive a wedge.
If other programs had,
What did it say?
had the continuity that the wrestling
The commitment.
Oh my
There
gosh.
you go.
I agree. Golf team, we got it.
Vertical alignment's really what it is. From elementary, middle to high, just we're all aligned doing the same stuff, just working in the same direction.
Hey, some folks just got it all.
Some folks got it all.
Winning this program at the school.
Kids wrestling coach he got one too.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy.
You talk about a guy that wears many hats.
That is.
Wow.
That is.
So, Height, tell us a little bit. I know y'all fresh into Dudley Little League All Stars. Brooks,
Man, my oldest son,
repping
Brooks,
DLL.
He got selected for the 7U All Stars, and we went to Bleckley County yesterday and played a scrimmage game versus their 8U team. And
Man, playing up.
man, excuse me.
Now, clear that throat.
See, well, Raji's not here, so somebody's got to clear it. Normally he'd go, so they got really nice facilities over there. Never been there before. A guy named Brandon Sutherland was their head coach, super nice guy, and man, they had a good team, and we got some good young kids on our team. We played a really, really good defense. I don't know if you're familiar with Little League baseball, like 7-year-old baseball, but errors happen.
I can imagine.
Yes.
And I think we only had one error as far as like letting kids get to extra bases or whatever. So
Can we credit that to your fungo work or?
no, I don't know. Adam Logue is the head coach. He hits the infield stuff, and anyway, so we led the entire game, I think, and ended up losing in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Is it a scrimmage or real?
It was a scrimmage, yeah.
Is that-
So we
is that
lost
coach?
12. Huh?
Is that coach pitch?
It's coach pitch, yeah.
Coach.
Yeah. But
So who's up there dealing? Ain't?
well, he had a head coach meeting in Macon with the Little League Association, and so
You go to the bullpen.
Hunter Bennett ended up throwing. But anyway, man, it's fun, and we had a good time. But we got our first game. We got to play a team from Jones County, maybe I can't remember, but it's June 1st. We'll be over in Jones County playing.
Probably put them to sleep, huh?
I hope so, man. It's
Night.
you don't want to.
Shout out Coach Adam Logue, big Bus fan. Height, I got a question. So congratulations to the Little League All-Star and Brooks for repping the Bus family on the All-Star team. So I expect him probably wear. He get him a shirt.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Yeah, we'll probably have to wear that in warm-ups one day, maybe a little shooting shirt. Height, tell us real quick, and this will speak because we call all nicknamed the Bus.
Yeah.
Not Big Ugly Sports.
No.
How did he get that nickname?
Well, if memory serves, we were coaching at the East Side together, and he is large fella, and they gave East Lawrence's colors were black and gold or black and yellow, and a school bus.
Uncle Gary got us some coach's attire.
Yeah,
Bright yellow shirts.
and this was when he was a little bit on the larger side too. Like he's still big now, but he was even
I've seen
bigger then.
pictures.
He was bigger then.
We all went through that. Well, I'm in it now.
Hold on,
But
I had to put on some weight.
Well, listen. We all fluctuate, Law. That's part of getting old, man. And anyway, and so he looked like a little bus right there, coaching on the sidelines.
It's only because I was the largest guy on the coaching staff. I felt.
And with that coaching staff, I'm sure that nickname took rampant and ran with it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
The Bus. So
So I never. By the way, I think I ended up giving that shirt to Jay Bridges. To Jay.
he probably looked like a caboose in that thing.
When I transferred to schools, I think I ended up giving that to him, but never wore it again after that.
Couldn't.
That was
But nickname stuck.
But
and
the
was
nickname
good.
did stuck.
But that's a good nickname, Law.
I'm sorry, it wasn't bad.
And one more East Side story while we're here. Give Mitch a chance to defend himself here. I've heard the coaches, at lunch we'll talk about, Whitney Alleygood we like to run down memory lane every now and then here.
Gabe Gay, he'll throw out some memories.
Gabe is really good memory. So he echoed this, but Height, I know you were there too, and so Mitch, give him the mic first, and then you come in after and explain really
I
what
know where
happened.
this is. I already know
But I
want to
know there's talks of a tea incident.
Kicking
Oh,
tea.
my
A quote unquote kick and tea incident. So Height, tell us about that real quick.
All right, so I don't even remember who we're playing. Screven County, maybe somebody. I don't know.
With a win.
Is a rare chance for East Lawrence Falcons, the Fighting Falcons, to get a win over there under Uncle Gary Morton. But anyway, we score a touchdown. We're looking for the the kicking tee, the extra point tee, and it's nowhere to be found. We're going crazy. We end up burning a timeout. We're
No timeout for the.
we're like getting on the P. We're like yelling up to the PA. hey, where's Joel Watts? Like, because he did a kicking contest at halftime. So we're thinking, okay.
Oh, so we're second half. This is big.
Yeah,
I mean, this-
yeah. Like, we're thinking Joel's got the kicking team.
High school football team. We only got one kicking team. It's impossible.
And
first of
anyway, so nobody knows where the tee is. Everybody's going crazy on the sideline.
nobody.
Hold on.
this guy knew.
Everybody's looking for literally everybody in the stadium.
And we've already had to burn a TO, bring
Listen,
everybody over.
We got the fans are searching under the bleachers.
Because everybody wasn't looking for it. This guy was not looking for it.
The fans are like looking around, like we don't know where it's. Is it in the bleachers? Is it in the press box? We don't know what's going on. And then Mitch walks up. What are y'all doing? Well, we need the kicking team. Oh, it's in my pocket.
Meanwhile, y'all got headsets on, right?
Again,
like coaching headsets, like
we
we
have
talking.
one kicking tee.
And
No, we
and-
had multiple kicking tees.
and-
Joel had one, and I had the other one.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Mitch, and you correct. I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, because this will settle a years old debate here. He says I always keep the kicking tee with me.
Always, every game.
And I tell you what, I never once knew that he ever had that tee.
That season, and Alligator and Gabe Macon correct their incorrect statements. That year, they put a coach in charge of each special team. So at practice, like it's time to practice extra points. That's my drill. We run an extra point drill. Well, I think Alligator was in charge of punts, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Well, I was in charge of extra points, so I kept the kicking team. Gary holds up one. We're going for one. I hand Briegel or whoever our kicker was that year. As he's running on the field, I hand him the kicking tee. I'm talking to my offensive lineman because we just got
Probably headset off. I've coached with you too. Probably
I
headset
do,
in pocket.
I cannot hear what the kids are telling me. So
You already can't hear that well.
That's true. That is true.
That's a well-known fact.
That is a fact. So I'm talking to my lineman. They're sitting on the bench. All of a sudden, I look up. We're going for two. I was like, why are we going for two? We couldn't run a kicking tee. It's in my pocket.
We're going for two,
said,
but
"Bring
the
on
O-line
The O-line's
on the bench, and we're going for two.
Well, I might have been talking. I coached linebackers that year too, so I may have been talking
You
to a
coaching up
linebacker.
either way.
I
You
don't know.
coaching up.
There you go.
We got some holes in the story.
I'm coaching it up on the sideline, doing
He's getting
my
after
job.
it. He's getting
and
after
I
it.
do on a random occasion take my headset off because
I know that
I
firsthand.
hate wearing the headset. Second of all, I can't hear myself think with y'all clowns yelling in the headset. So
Looking for the T.
yeah, so I take it off. I just look up and we're going for two. Oh, we couldn't run a cooking do. And then after the game, it's a win now. Rare occasion.
But now,
I think while I was there, like the years I was there coaching, might have won 5 football games.
it wasn't many.
It wasn't many.
So great event. Big time to
We
celebrate
should be
now.
excited.
We hopped up after the game. They done brought all the food from the booth down. We eating in the coach's office. Hyped up over this one.
And who comes in with a smart A comment?
Got to be a height.
Height comes in, ruins the moment. Hey, law. So what's up with that kicking tee?
Something
That's what I heard.
to the effect. Yeah, of course I had to throw.
That could have cost us the game. I was like, no, it couldn't have cost it. First
Which,
of all,
I tell you
we didn't
what,
need a kicking tee. Ask the kicking coach because I was in charge of
everybody.
that special team.
Everybody thought it was funny except him.
I didn't. I got
didn't like
real
it?
high.
Yes, he got mad. Like that's
Went
the
ahead
only,
and did my clean up the locker room duties. I was out of there.
he was.
Did
Cleaning,
he have his yellow shirt on?
He was cleaning up.
No, I didn't.
Air brakes.
Oh, good stuff. I can't wait to hear
That's
Gabe and them weigh in on that.
There's only 2 times me and Law have disagreed with each other. That was one of them.
That was.
What's the other?
Height did come in right after that when I was cleaning up the locker room. Helped me finish cleaning up the locker room.
Felt bad.
Apologized.
Well, it was one of those.
I
You know,
apologized to him.
Height's a jokester. He comes in with that. It's either
It
going
is.
the whole room erupts or
Somebody
Somebody's feelings
somebody
hurt.
gets mad.
But usually Height will come back and either say he's sorry
Hey,
or hey, let's just agree to disagree.
one thing about it takes him a little bit to feel the temperature of the room every now and then. But once he feels it,
That's because everybody's not always in as good as mood as I am.
There it is. That's it.
Oh,
and I'm sure. When we started this discussion about this tee in the coach's office in there, I was doing it jokingly, but then when Gary and them all start in on me, it was on then. I didn't want to hear it no more. I was done.
good stuff. Good stuff from the bus over there with the T incident. All right. We're all Braves fans, so let's talk a little bit about the Braves. They tough stretch right now with the Dodgers. Lost back-to-back nights against the Dodgers. Height, do you still feel like, do you feel like we're in a good spot, or are we starting on the decline a little bit?
Well, I was thinking about this a lot, and it's a long season, and teams are going to go up and down. Guys are going to be hot and they're going to be cold, and I believe with all the talent on the roster, you know, there's no reason to panic yet. I think that, you know, you always got to be working to get better. So I feel like the front offices still should be looking for pieces to make the team better where they can in the bullpen. I don't know if we're going to be
starting rotation. Maybe.
I don't know that we're going to be. I don't know what we have left in the farm system to trade. You know, as far as getting a front line guy. So I'm not ready to panic. Michael Harris has definitely got to hit better. He's great defensively, but struggling.
Ozuna finally turning the corner a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, we talked previously about him, and we said if he can just hit about 240 or 250 and hit some home runs, and you know, we'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was ready to write him off. I'm glad he's made a.
I mean, as a DH though, I mean, he hits high 200 average and 30 home runs in the season with that.
But right now he's like 215,
but
with a handful of home runs.
I mean, that was with a drastic. I mean, horrible start. Horrible. Yeah. I mean, he was below 100.
Austin Riley, we need more production out of him.
I agree. Mm-hmm. How about we lose a game last night when Strider has 11 strikeouts?
Man, that's really on Matt Olson.
I mean, that is
Matt Olson booted that little nub ground ball. It was 2-1 at the time. Then they came for 2 more runs, and that would have made the third out.
And tags the guy, and the ball pops out of his glove.
Matteo. I'm anxious to see.
Freddie don't make that error, does
he? Man, what about? I mean, former Brave Freddie, game 1 bomb. Last night, Jason Hayward gets the start. Former Brave first pitch, bomb. Jerks love.
Here's what I want. Why is Freddie still getting a standing ovation from people? He already had his time. He's not a Brave anymore. It's, you know.
I personally liked the ovation yesterday, or day before Monday. What first game?
Not before last. I think he got the standing O when he struck out. Not for the home run.
No, he got to stand and know his first at
just
bat.
when he came to the plate. Before he took his swing.
He took his helmet off and kind of nodded to the crowd.
He struck out that at bat. And he did not get a standing O when he hit the home run.
But I just, how long do the Braves fans? Because
I love it. I feel like Freddie. I mean, I don't feel like he left
Same
on
as when Del Murphy left.
But the Braves traded Del Murphy. This guy left in free agency to go to L.A.
Well, you listen to his
but he was
story.
A fan favorite.
He knew nothing about what the Brave was offering. Listen to his story.
I mean, am I in the minority here that I don't want to? I mean,
no. Jay said he don't want to either. So
don't get me wrong. Freddie's a all-timer Atlanta guy. Like, he's the best first baseman we've ever had. But
so if you're there and it's your first time seeing Freddie, you not see. Like, I feel like personally, if I go tonight to the game. And it's his third game there, and he comes up to the plate, and I'm standing up and clapping for him.
Not me.
I mean, nothing like prolonged, but I'm clapping for him. His first at bat.
I went to a Braves game when they traded Del Murphy to the Phillies and stood up with everybody else.
Wait, you went there?
I'm that old, bro.
What year was that?
I don't know.
Like,
I went to a game
early
when Del
90s.
Murphy played with the Braves.
I want to say the early 90s. He got traded 93, I think.
Yeah.
You've aged well, Lawson.
When I want to say his last year with the Braves, my dad had open heart surgery,
and you missed you.
With that, my aunt and them didn't want us at the hospital when it was going on, so they took us to Atlanta and we went to Fulton County Stadium and watched Dell. I think it was his last.
I'll check with Jamie to see if that's true because you have been on.
Me and Jamie were the two that went.
Okay,
he been on the fudge a little bit.
Yeah, he will.
It was either open or when he had back surgery. I knew
he also rambled too. Now
we're backpedaling. He's about to backpedal out of it. Matter of fact,
my dad was having surgery in Macon. I know he was having surgery in Macon. It was either back surgery or open heart surgery. One of the two.
You know what? Maybe it was Jamie Rodway. I didn't go to that one. I didn't go to that one.
It is. Rob didn't go. It was me and Jamie. We went.
Oh man! Back to the Braves real quick. Like, there's all these. We've had to have bullpen games. There's all these. You know, we're struggling with starting pitcher. It just makes me wonder, like, how far Mike Soroka is away from being back. He had I saw where somebody posted in, like, Tommy Hawk Talk last night. Last night he threw the night before, and it was, like, 6 innings, no earned runs, something, 2 hits. Like, But then the other time, it was like he got shelled. So you would think if he was
close enough, I wonder if they'll wait till after the All-Star break to bring him back.
That's what I'm
just to give him time to. Man, if he comes back, which it may not even happen this year. But you talk Strider, him, Freed, Wright, and Morton. I mean, if all those guys are
why you
Uncle Charlie?
Uncle Charlie's in 5.
Listen, Uncle Charlie 5
out of that group. If they're yes, absolutely.
I'm putting Wright in 5.
Well, we just got to make sure we don't.
And then you put those 2 young guys in as early relievers.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make sure we don't have a prolonged stretch of tough losses.
Well, I mean, when you have a good pitching out, like Strider did last night, you got to have some production on offense.
Yeah,
and
that guy was making his debut.
On Olsen, but you got to have some production on offense.
Yeah,
and we normally do. That's what's.
What about Ozuna hitting the Dodgers catcher in the head with his backswing?
In his defense, he does it every time.
Yeah,
I mean, and as a catcher, I played catcher. As a catcher, you know that guy's doing it every time. You adjust,
slide back a little.
I mean, slide back a little bit.
That's what Frank Coor was saying last night. Like you can't expect Ozuna to change his swing. It's a lot easier for you just to, if you know that's what he does and you suffer from concussions, back up a little bit.
Like and he don't hit you one time that game.
Y'all? I don't know if y'all caught what when his first at bat last night, what the organist played. Y'all keep talking. I'll play it.
Did you see where Jesse Chavez? Like people are.
I like Chavez. Chavez come out
with his hood on,
arms crossed. I love Chavez.
If
I
Chavez,
like the old glasses better.
If Chavez confronts you, I'll get out of the way.
That's what they played when he came out. That joke was awesome.
That is right.
I better quit.
Are you intimidated by Chavez?
No.
Okay.
He's a bing ball. He's tiny. I love Chavez.
He's Latino though. You never know. He might be having his pockets out there. Come up ready.
This is my question though. If Chavez is on any other team, is he a starter?
No.
Really?
A starting pitcher?
I think he'd be a starter. He's an early reliever. He could pitch several innings. The Braves have left him in.
I tell you what he does is throws 89 miles per hour down the middle. He raked if he's starting. He might get away with it. He might come out there. He's throwing 89, 90 down the middle, and that's with one inning, giving all he's got for an inning.
There's no guess. He's going to throw strikes. He's not going to walk people.
Yep.
And if they put the ball in play, they put the ball in play.
Ricky Vaughn from Major League because of those glasses.
Oh yeah, that is true. I like the old glasses before when he had the big glasses.
That was back when Dale played.
No, that's just last year. He wore a different set of glasses.
All right, guys, real quick, whatever you're doing, like, subscribe, share this. If you're on Apple or Spotify, be sure to subscribe to it so you'll get alerts, and like it. If you're on YouTube, there should be a button down at the bottom of the screen, subscribe, so you'll get all of our content that we publish. At this time, we're going to take a quick commercial break. For all of your commercial and residential real estate, as well as property management needs, give Premier Properties of Dublin a call at 478-274-1606. Their customer service is unmatched, and I can personally guarantee that they will work with you to get you the deal that you want. Again, that's Premier Properties at 478-274-1606.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
Are you tired of overpaying for your cable? Do you feel like you're not getting your money's worth? I've got just the solution for you, J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 a month, visit www.j2streaming.com. Big Peach Car Wash coming soon as we get near the end of the summer. They're getting ready to start building over there if they hadn't already across from Walmart on Highway 80. So be looking for that grand opening coming sometime early fall, late summer. And Blackshear Beverage. It's late time. When you're down in the Cordial area around that way, be sure to go by Blackshear Beverage. Tell them the Buzz team sent you. All right, we had the PGA Championship over the weekend at Oak Hill, and it was a good event. Not very many low scores, which tells you how tough the course must have been playing. So couple of things here. One, what about the Blocker guy, Mike Blocker, that was the PGA?
I think his last name is Block.
Block. That was a PGA basically coach, and now he won an exemption into it and ended up playing really well. How about that story.
That's a cool story. Is it a one-off? Like, is he...
Well, he finished top 15, so he gets to come back next year to that one.
And he got an invitation next weekend.
Yep.
Do
you think he's got to play well and just keep parlaying that into something else?
Yeah, got to. I hope he can. It's cool to think that a guy that has been on the grind for as many years as he was can just get hot and parlay that into some financial opportunities, obviously, but just chasing his dream still.
Yep. They said it would take, I can't remember the number, it was so many thousands of lessons that he does at his hourly rate to equal what he brought home from winning.
I think it was like $290,000 what he made.
Mm-hmm. So I hope he keeps it up. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool story. What do you think, based on the scores of that were had at Oak Hill, what do you think you're shooting on 18 holes there?
I don't know. I think
because they interviewed some PGA golfers about what they thought people with an 18 handicap, which
that's right at where we're at.
Yeah,
probably.
what they thought people with 18 handicaps would shoot. So I want to know what you think. What do you think y'all would shoot at the PGA Championship?
Well, I saw Justin Thomas was like 14 over. So that's going to put me
triple that.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, it's going to be bad.
They said that the few they interviewed were like, there's no way anybody with 18 handicap breaks 120, and one of them said 150 is probably about where. And I'm sitting here thinking, they were talking about how narrow the fairways were. And
Chuck, if I hit it as good as I did that day, that one day,
you'd be pipe. Well, it was the Green Acres, but yeah.
I wish Jeff Clayton could be here, because when I played with him, dude, my driver was so good. So good.
Here we go.
It was. It was.
You might be the next block.
Yeah. Hey.
Get you in an event.
Hey, would anybody interested in me giving you a golf lesson? That's where we start.
There you go.
I did see, I was talking to this before we move on. We're going to talk a little UGA football real quick, but I was talking to a golf coach yesterday, which made me really jealous. He's an older guy, and he said in like 91, he had a buddy that like worked the Masters. In different parts of it, and he was going to the Masters with him one day, and that guy, they ended up having a guy call in sick, and they had to have somebody to work it. And so they asked him, he's like, hey, I got a buddy. And so the guy was like, yeah, sure, get him out there. So he ended up working well ever since, and he's worked for 32 years in a row now, and he keeps the score on hole 12. And it was pretty cool, which I didn't know that is. He said they literally sit there, and there's 3 of them there, and each of them pick a golfer when there's 3 golfers playing. And you watch their score coming up. You track it. You have to answer stuff like, did they go in the bunker? Did they go up and down? Did they hit the green in regulation? Did they do this and that? And he's the one that, when he submits that score, it's going to CBS. It's going to all these things. So he's been doing that. He goes 4 rounds, been doing it for 32 years. And the reason it got brought up is he was at the state championships yesterday because he's the Southeast Bullet girls coach. And he was like, he said, yeah. He said, today 11:04 was my tee time at Augusta. He said, but I couldn't because I'm here. And I'm like, what?
Brother, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You can hang that up.
But this is his 32nd year doing it. So he said every this is the week on Tuesdays of this week is the week that all the workers get tee times and they get to play it. And then he, like this Friday, he named different days for everybody. Maybe the vendors are one day, and then like Friday.
So this would have been his 32nd.
He's played it several times. Yeah.
Yeah. So the way there's an application process to volunteer at the Masters.
Right.
All those workers are volunteer. And so once you get in, you're in as long as you want to be.
Man, that'd be a good gig to keep score and just sit there and watch.
That's one of my dreams is, when my kids get older.
Have you been throwing an application yet or no?
No. Well, I don't want to. I haven't submitted one because I don't want to get selected and then say, well, I'm going to do this with my kids on spring break. So just whenever they get a little bit older, I'll probably submit one.
What's the chance you get selected?
I don't know.
Slim to none.
Well, I told this guy if he ever can't go, holler at me. He won't, but because I'm probably 30th on that list of his. But also, before I forget, no Brian subs this week. With us being out last week, we weren't able to make a post. So sorry, no winner this week. But we'll be back giving away the free sub on next week. All right. Before we get into a Would You Rather segment, let's talk Law. I know we talked a little bit about UGA football with big couple of weeks for UGA on the recruiting trail.
Yeah. So Dylan Raiola commits to the Dogs. It was back and forth between Nebraska, maybe USC. Wyatt Curry, big USC guy, he kept saying he thought Raiola was going to choose USC, but he ended up choosing the back-to-back national champion, University of Georgia Bulldogs, as any good football player should. But and so he's been a big time, like he's going after these 5-star guys, trying to get a couple receivers. There's a guy that's committed to Ohio State, a guy that's committed to Alabama, trying to get both of them to come. And last weekend they went to Sammy Brown's house. So I don't know if you saw this story, but Sammy Brown, they wanted him to come to Athens to campus, and he was like, well, a tree fell down in the yard. Me and Daddy got to cut the tree up.
That's tough.
So they went over to his house to hang out with him and I guess help him cut the tree up.
It's only right up the road.
Yeah, it's not far, Jefferson.
Yeah.
So, but that was pretty cool just to.
Great kid.
And I, yes. So
Is he a wrestler?
Yeah, he's stud.
Wrestles.
I bet.
Didn't he wrestle Grayson? Grayson senior year? Or no, it was Evan Guyton.
He wrestled Evan.
Evan Guyton.
And Snell wrestled him once when we bumped Snell up. But
Man, he dwarfed. Like, he made Evan Guyton look like a child.
Evan took him down. So Evan takes him down at their tournament. Kyle Maynard, the big tournament they have at Jefferson. He takes him down right at the beginning of the match.
How old is this kid then?
So all this does is piss him off.
He's sophomore then?
He's mad. And after that, Evan don't score
He
again.
may have been a freshman. Was he a freshman or sophomore?
He's sophomore that year. And then, so we wrestled him in duels and won. But, I mean, we went to
First, or it was a tiebreaker. We got
tiebreak
criteria.
The criteria, I think we were like the fourth criteria or whatever. But so we beat them in duels. Well, Jefferson's upset. Like, their seniors are crying. I mean, it's the first time they've lost duels in a while. I think North Hall beat them.
Yeah, a few
years before.
3 or 4 years.
Shout out Raider Nation.
But
Slaying the Dragon.
after the match, we're leaving the gym with the trophy. We're headed out to the thing. Sammy turns around, and me and my fiance are walking toward the bus, and all the other kids are out there taking pictures about a bus running out there. Our kids are hooting and hollering, and he says, "Hey, Coach, I just wanted to let you know y'all did a really good job." He said, and
Sound like you're getting choked up about it, you all right?
no,
He's emotional.
It's early in
It's
the morning.
emotional.
Y'all have me here.
No, it's
at the
emotional.
poker.
I get it. I mean, coaching, there's a lot that goes into it.
It was. He turned around and he was just bragging about how good a team we had, and he said, "Man," he said, and I can tell that those kids they really love each other. They are like a family. He said, "I wish we were more like that." I said, "Wow."
You should say, "Come on over."
Yeah,
We got room?
We'd love for you to come over. You could help us out in a lot of sports.
So maybe it sounds like a dog. It's characteristics of a dog right there.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a great kid.
I've heard he's a Clemson lean. I don't know if that's, you know how the insiders will say,
I would think he'd want to get away from, because he is. I mean, he's literally right up the road
Yeah.
from Athens, and
I don't know. Maybe he'll pick them dogs.
Do you think? Yeah, this is a bold, and really way too early to tell. But Raiola thinks that he's going to be able to help piece together the best recruiting class Georgia's ever had.
That's what I
mean,
keep
it starts
hearing.
with him.
Well,
Him being,
they're already number one. And if they land a few
and he's
more,
number one.
Yeah.
So
I looked at some of those commits. Well, it's the best. He's a 5-star quarterback. I mean, he's going to bring wideouts. Going to want to play with him.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
I hope so. Ed says it could happen. So if Ed said it, it must be true.
If anybody knows, it said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all ready for a little Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Well, I'll start with Hyde on the first one, then I'll start with you on the second one. So I'm just going to give you a Would You Rather, and you just tell us. These are all random. I'm literally looking them up right now. So I want to know what you would do. Hyde, here's a good one to start out the gate, okay?
All right.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years, and we talking about hard time for 5 years, okay? Or a coma for a decade? And come back, when you come out of the coma, it's like you didn't skip a beat, just 10 years gone.
I'll take that coma.
Coma.
Yeah, I'll take the Coma.
I worked at a prison. I'm definitely taking the Coma. And it was a kid. It was a kids' prison. Now, just let you know, I would take 10 years over 5 in any prison, just county lockup right here. I don't want to be in the county lockup for 5.
We got kids' prisons around here.
YDC, man. This is a kid prison, and this is rough as the big boy prison.
So y'all coming in the Coma?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you see people on Comas on TV all the time. They come out of there like they're good,
well rested.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I wish I was in a Coma
Take a little time off, rest.
just for a day or two. Just give me 2-day Coma.
Think about how refreshed you come out at 10 years though. Ready.
Oh.
All right, Mitch, we'll start with you on this one. Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life, or the internet? And no nothing on internet. No
Internet, definitely.
directions, nothing.
Have you seen me? I'm pushing 300, brother. I'm not giving up air conditioner, never, ever, in the history of the world.
About you, Hype?
I can do without it.
Same. The heat doesn't really bother me that much.
I can put a bunch of clothes on. I can never take enough clothes off.
I mean, but man, just being freezing cold is miserable. Freezing, being like if I'm trying to go,
I hate being cold.
If I'm trying to go to what,
They don't bother. Cold don't really bother me.
if I got the AC on and I'm cold, I'm good. But when the temperature is really really low and I'm cold, it's a different like.
See, we don't really have to worry about that around here, though.
Yeah, but every now and again it'll get down in 20s and 30s, and I don't know. And I think about just being freezing. Not a fan.
All right, chronically underdressed or chronically overdressed? So showing up to work every day in basically a tuxedo every day, just always overdressed wherever you go, or just okay with being way underdressed everywhere you go?
I'm cool with underdressed.
I feel like we already have kind of.
Yeah, I'm an underdressed guy.
Well, you ain't got your performance. Like, I ain't seen the slacks in a while. Too hot.
I wore them end of last week, I think.
My early teaching career, I was dressed for I was always told dress for the job you want. So I dressed up and wore a tie.
I used to wear a tie too.
I mean, I've had a jacket. I'd wear a jacket. I gave all that up. It's all about comfort now. I don't figure it out. If I'm not comfortable, the kids can tell. They can tell I'm not comfortable.
Well, you're only going to you need to give your best, so you need to be comfortable.
I can't stand.
And I will say, I can attest to this.
My butt off.
In his class, the dude works. I mean, he is up there grinding start to finish. That's and
bell to bell, baby.
Stud.
Bell to bell.
I mean that.
Some would call that teacher of the year.
Stop.
He's got my vote.
It's a quick story about teacher of the year. I have a sister-in-law that got teacher of the year.
Some had said she's higher of a Lawhorn than you are.
My first year here, she got teacher of the year. Well, her initials are M. Lawhorn, and my initials are M. Lawhorn. So when she got teacher of the year, half the people that voted for her thought they were voting for me.
That's probably true.
I try to tell her that all the time. She only won because of me. So.
She got all the votes because of you. All right, would you rather wear the same socks for a month straight, saying no matter what you do, if they get wet, whatever,
so bad. Okay.
or same underwear for a week?
I'll go socks.
I don't really wear socks.
But you have to in this scenario. You have to wear socks.
I don't have to change my underwear because I don't really wear socks.
You can always pull what Big Kev told me he used to do back in the day was wear them, and then the next day, if he didn't have time to do laundry,
turn them inside
out, wear them again.
The socks or the underwear?
The underwear.
That's what
this is over when he was a pirate.
Pirate over there.
East Carolina.
Laundry days were tough, he said.
Oh.
All right, here's a good one. Would you rather always have body odor and know it? Like you just know that people are going to smell you and it's bad. Or always smell body odor on everyone else that you come around?
I'd rather have body odor. And I'm going to have to smell it either way?
No, you don't. It's just more of a subconscious thing for you that you know that, like you walk up on this, say it's back in the day, you're in high school, and there's this girl you really like, and you walk, and it's like. No.
I keep deodorant in my classroom. I just one of them things, man. That's body odor. That smell.
If it's on me, do I smell it?
No.
I don't have to smell it,
but everybody else does. So, but it changes everything. I mean, it may affect things you got going on in life.
But I got to smell stinky people all day.
when you're around them. Now, when you're not around
So
them,
I
let's just say
think- so
within
you
10 feet of them, you're going to catch a whiff.
But you said,
But if you're by yourself, you just
Yeah,
fresh air.
I'll take it on myself just because in my classroom, oftentimes some
it is,
some students.
especially this time of year, man. This time of year and the beginning of
sometimes
school.
my classroom doesn't smell the most fresh.
Mine don't.
and-
It's down here by these locker rooms or the wrestling room.
Yeah.
I mean, you just know when you walk into
and
that
it
room.
and if the air's not on, it's hot in there. It's just
Gotcha.
yeah. So I'll take it on myself, and other people just have to deal with it.
I can't. I mean, the military was like that. It's just horrible. The barracks always smelled like that. Always.
That's a pretty good one. I don't know. That ain't a good one. Never mind. Scratch that. Would you rather find a rat? Let's just say have rats in your kitchen. Let's say once a week,
Nope. I'm moving out.
or
I don't even need to hear the other one.
or once a month, you got roaches in your bed. Funny story while y'all
Am I
think on
asleep?
that.
Am I asleep?
Funny story while y'all think on that. When I lived in our trailer in Greenhaven in college with Pat, I can remember waking up in the middle of one night and I felt something. It haunts me to this day. I was just laying in the bed asleep and I wake up in the middle of the night and feel something, and there's a roach about that big crawling down my arm, and
Water
I
bugs.
panicked. I mean, panicked. I threw like I was getting attacked in there. It was bad. I didn't like it.
And
So what you going with? You got rats just roaming in the kitchen, or you
Am
gonna
I going to be
sleep?
asleep
That gives
while
me
the
the-
roaches?
Well, you got to
are-
know about it. So at some point, you might wake
I
up.
don't like anything jumping out at me. That's why I don't like rats, because there's all of a sudden you'll see them out the corner of your eye and it scares you. I can't stand it.
I feel like this is a lose. These other ones have been easy.
You want to see me scream like a girl? Me and Stacey Nobles was talking about this when I first got hired here. It's down here. I mean, it was bad. We had to set rat traps down here.
Oh, they'd be getting him on, catch him on his desk.
Oh yeah. So he said he was working late one day, and he had a regular rat. He couldn't get rid of. He said he's working at the desk. Rat comes, eats the cheese or peanut butter off the rat trap, never goes off, and stops, looks up at him, and then goes back to eating the peanut butter. Like he ain't scared of it. But Stacy said, man, the first time I ever seen one come in here, he said I jumped up on his desk like a girl.
I hate him.
And he's a big
I
fella.
can't stand him.
I can't stand.
What you gonna do, Height?
You said it's in
those
the
are-
bed with us.
In
Both
bed.
of them are awful.
I'll take it in the rats in the kitchen, I guess, because I just haven't the
Yeah, I don't-
idea of it being in the bed is
Yeah,
just,
crawling on me.
and I'll just eat takeout every day, every meal takeout.
All right, last one. Would you rather? I'm gonna stretch it because 20 is kind of short. Well, we'll say 20. Would you rather die in 20 years and have zero regrets, no regrets, or or live to 100 with a life full of regrets?
Man, 20.
Die in 20, but no regrets, meaning you do everything. Everybody's happy with you. You don't leave any stones unturned. Or you battle to 100, but just a lifetime of nothing but regrets.
Ooh, that is tough.
Some good would you rather's fired out this early Wednesday morning. Last day of school, turn up.
Man, I don't know, man.
Life's full of regrets for people, though. I mean, we're always make mistakes.
Not in those 20 years, though.
So my next 20 years is just going to be
It's a perfect. That sounds
Wow.
pretty good, though.
I'm old.
But you're
That's
going
40 plus 20. I'd
That's 60.
be 60. I'd be
Every
60.
time, every
That's a
time.
good old. That's a good old life. 60.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about 40 more years after that. Getting to see a hundo.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of older people though, like
Are ready to go.
Those last years are just
Yeah, but not 60.
Huh?
Hey, listen, when we were
I think I'll
toddlers,
take,
we
I'll
thought
take the
60
100.
was.
I'll take the 100. Because I'm 38 and I've had a really good life and I still regret stuff.
I mean, what's the regrets though? I mean,
That's-
your kids. You're 100. Your kids hate you.
Maybe.
your wife left you. I mean,
Maybe.
What's the regrets that you're gonna?
There's so many.
You think about
It's full of life full.
Like you're gonna.
If I
all
live
your
to
regrets
100,
is nobody likes you.
That gives me more time
You're
to
homeless.
work the Masters whenever I volunteer at the Masters.
Dude's got 60 more rounds.
There you go. You lost your house.
by the
You got fired.
time I'm 100 playing Augusta National, I'll definitely be in the 70s by then.
But one of the regrets is when you played Augusta National, you played so awful that your memory
Tore the course up.
You just and they never let you play it again. That's one of their regrets.
Man, so many.
That's not my regret.
All right, Hype, bring us home, bud. Law, thank you for coming on this morning, man. We enjoyed it.
Thanks, sir.
Maybe it won't be your last. We'll see what that face looks like on YouTube. Didn't need a shave this morning.
I told you I got a face made for radio.
What you got?
Be sure to hit us up on social media, on Instagram, Facebook at Big Ugly Sports, and also BigUglySports.com.
Follow us on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you to Premier Properties of Dublin for being our title sponsor and to all of our other sponsors. We will be contacting you guys probably around the first week of June with those fresh T-shirts coming in. We appreciate your support. We're back at it. We'll be back again next week. Summer break coming up. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, get on that bus.
5-star reviews, maybe even a subscription. We a work in progress, always room for improvement. Get up on that bus. It's a movement.